All right, so this Sunday is Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and I had a couple things to go over. I wanted to talk about the show, give my perspective, and to be honest, this show is pretty much D level. Um, giving them a D, even though the show hasn't started yet, the day hasn't came yet. You know, the build towards the show has been, I want to say, all right. Wasn't really good. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, man, WWE, man, they should get rid of the gimmick pay-per-views, because my problem is you have an Extreme Rules pay-per-view coming up 3 days from now, or 2 tomorrow, whenever you're watching this. You have an Extreme Rules pay-per-view coming up Sunday, and you have no gimmick match announced except for one match, and that's the main event. And we all know who's main event in that show, and that's Roman Reigns. You would never, no pay-per-view should end without Roman Reigns on that show. Yeah, Roman Reigns should always main event every pay-per-view. But you have no gimmick matches announced. You have no stipulations. You don't have a tables match, no ladders, no chairs, nothing. You have one gimmick match announced, and that's my problem. Like, how you gonna have a gimmick pay-per-view and then have no gimmick matches announced? You know what I'm saying? And this is why I advocate for WWE to only produce 4 to 6 pay-per-views a year. Get rid of TLC, get rid of Extreme Rules, get rid of Hell in a Cell, get rid of Elimination Chamber. Get rid of them. Put those kind of matches in a bigger setting, like a WrestleMania, like a SummerSlam, like a Survivor Series. Put the War Games concept back. You could have taken that idea of NXT to put the War Games back in concept, but there's probably not going to be a War Games this year. But a D-level pay-per-view, man, it's pretty much lackluster. And without further ado, I'm going to get straight into the matches, from the least match I care about to the more important match. Least match I care about, we have Liv Morgan versus Carmilla. This is the first match I'm going to talk about. Now, I love Liv Morgan. She's good in the ring. She's a good athlete. I love her. I love her work. Liv Morgan, man, she has a lot of potential, but I feel like they just completely dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was getting all this momentum going into Money in the Bank, and then we have Nikki Ash win the match, and that cash in was a complete, I don't know, I just feel like it was rushed. Like, when you win Money in the Bank, make it mean something. You know, you don't want to rush the cash in. Like, you can't just, and this is the problem with WWE, man. They like to rush instead of put it in long-term booking. Hear me out. Hear those 3 words again. Long-term booking. But I just feel like, Liv Morgan, they just killed all of her momentum after Money in the Bank. They took her off TV for a couple weeks, and then they want to bring her back on to team up with Toni Storm, and they only get 1 minute. You can have a legit women's division if you actually play your cards right and utilize them right. Like Liv Morgan, like Naomi, like Bianca, like Shayna Baszler, like Rhea Ripley. Even though Rhea Ripley is the one half of the women's tag team champion, if you utilize the NXT call-ups more, you can have Io Shirai on the main roster. But why would I want Io Shirai on the main roster? Look at how they treat their Joshis. Look at how they treat their Japanese. Io Shirai is one of the best Joshis that I ever seen. Look at the way they treat the NXT call-ups. Why would I want Io Shirai on the main roster? You have Dakota Kai. Where's Dakota Kai? She's been off TV for a month. Oh, that's right. Maybe creative has nothing for her. Maybe they don't want her being a part of NXT 2.0. Maybe they want to send her to the main roster. If Dakota Kai goes to the main roster, man, I don't know, man. I just don't know how to feel. Like, how am I supposed to get hype about Io Shirai, Dakota Kai coming to the main roster? How am I supposed to get hype off that? But my prediction here, man, I'm going to Liv Morgan over Carmilla. And Carmilla, I mean, she's decent in the ring. She's decent. But she's been given way too many undeserving opportunities. Excuse me. But yeah, they gave her way too many opportunities. And that's why I advocate Carmilla to get off my TV. So I'm going to Liv Morgan. All right, next up we have Charlotte Flair versus Alyssa Bliss. This is for the Raw Women's Championship. Alyssa Bliss. She's from Columbus, Ohio, and this is where Extreme Rules is taking place. So, are you going to put the hometown girl over? Because I can see Alyssa Bliss taking the championship off of Charlotte. But hey, WWE, they don't like putting people over in their hometown. They would not cater to that, man. They don't do that. Sometimes they'll put the wrestlers over in their hometown. Sometimes they won't. Y'all get what I'm saying? So it's kind of 50-50, but you know, I can honestly see Alyssa Bliss taking that championship off of Charlotte. And you know, I really haven't added too much slander on Charlotte. I've been kind of doing it towards Becky. We'll get into Becky in a minute. But Charlotte Flair versus Alyssa Bliss. If I was the booker, just put the hometown girl over. But hey, if Alyssa Bliss takes the championship off of Charlotte, then Charlotte winning at SummerSlam don't really mean anything. I can't remember a memorable title reign from Charlotte. I can't. So, you know, I don't think we see a title change. But at the same time, I can see a title change, but at the same time I don't. So if I was to put my money on someone, I'm putting my money on Alyssa Bliss. And the reason that they're putting her in this Lily gimmick, and she's still in the gimmick till this day, is because WWE is making money off of it. Once that money stops coming in, then they're gonna switch her back to her old ways. Y'all feel me? So I'm gonna go with Alyssa Bliss, man. Get that championship off of Charlotte. She's done nothing with the championship. They put the champion so poorly. They don't mean nothing. They have no prestige, and they just put the champion so weak. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Charlotte. I'm gonna go with Alyssa Bliss. All right, next up we have Damian Priest versus Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. This is a triple threat match for the United States Championship. Only reason they added Jeff Hardy to the match is because Damian Priest versus Sheamus is basically a rematch. And nobody wants to see that, so they had to add Jeff Hardy to the match. So that way, they make the match a little more unpredictable, I could say. So Damian Priest, Jeff Hardy, and Sheamus. Jeff Hardy is not winning the United States Championship. No. I'm sorry for all you Jeff Hardy fans. I love Jeff Hardy. He's going to go down as a legend. I don't mean to break y'all little hearts, but Jeff Hardy's not winning the United States Championship Sunday. Sheamus makes no sense to win the championship back, because once again, if Priest, what does Priest do if he loses? Because once Damian Priest loses that United States Championship, he's going to go to the main event picture. Management is really high on Damian Priest, and I've been enjoying his United States title run. I'm liking how they're booking it. He's not getting pinned on TV. He looks strong. He's been booked well as United States champion, and I haven't seen him being pinned on TV. So that's a plus. And management must be really high on Damian Priest. And this guy has a lot of potential. Like, if you let him use the United States title to elevate him to that main event scene, you're looking at your next Roman Reigns. You're looking at your next big star, man, of this company. So I'm gonna go with Damian Priest to retain. But I've been enjoying Damian Priest's U.S. title reign so far. All right, next up we got the Usos versus the Street Profits, a rematch for the tag team titles, Smackdown side. I'm gonna go with the Usos to retain, because if the Usos lose the tag team titles, that won't look good on Roman Reigns. So Usos is gonna need to retain. I'll say I say the Usos shouldn't be losing the titles till next year. So Usos, they're retaining against the Street Profits, but man, that tag team division is awful, man. Scott awful, is booked poorly, and the brand split. That's all I gotta say. But the Usos go over the Street Profits. All right, next up we have, oh God, do I seriously have to come talk about this match? Next up, we have Bianca Bel Air versus Ruby Rose. Oh, man. Yep. Bianca Bel Air versus Ruby Rose for the Smackdown Women's Championship. Yep. Ruby Rose, man, she comes out this orange hair looking. Becky Lynch, I'm talking about. She comes out looking like an IG model. She comes out way too hard as a heel. She would never be big as The Rock. She would never... Bro, she said she wanted to be big as The Rock. She would never be big as The Rock. Nice try, Becky. Nice try. You know, I'm advocating Becky Lynch to lose that championship. I'm advocating her to lose that championship. But if Bianca takes the championship off of Becky, then what was the point of her coming in that SummerSlam and beating Bianca in 27 seconds? Becky, what was the point? Becky, you're selfish, Becky. And I get all these comments saying, why you don't like Becky? Why you don't like Becky? Because the same reason. The same reason. She's selfish. You can't just walk in and beat somebody in 27 seconds. That's a Goldberg type of move. But Ruby Rose should be losing the SmackDown Women's Championship. But it's not going to happen to Bianca. So Sasha Banks is going to have to come back, take the championship off of Becky. Bam. Or maybe, if you're smart, you would drop it to a new talent. Like Liv Morgan. Like Toni Storm. Like Mia Yim. Oh, where's Mia Yim? Oh, that's right. Creative has nothing for her. She's at home with Keith Bearcat Lee. She's at home with Bearcat. Keith Lee. Creative has nothing for her. Honestly, I won't be surprised if she gets released. Same thing with Dakota Kai. I won't be surprised. She might get released. Toni Storm. You just beat that NXT out of her. She didn't get an entrance on Friday. You have her coming out in long pants. What was wrong with her old gear? She was in shorts. Like, she had the look, she had the style, she had the in-ring skills, and then you only give her 1 minute in the ring. That is a slap in the face, bro. Look at what they're doing to Toni Storm. I was hype about Toni Storm coming to the main roster. Now, I just can't. And this is why I shouldn't get hype about anybody from NXT coming to the main roster. But Sasha Banks, there's been rumors that she's rumored to return at Extreme Rules during the Becky Lynch and Bianca match, and to set up a triple threat match at the next pay-per-view, maybe in Saudi Arabia or Survivor Series. I don't freaking know. Because WWE, man, desperate booking, hot shot booking. We don't know what WWE has planned. I don't even know what they have planned for the next pay-per-view. So, yeah. Bianca Belair is not winning that title back, because if she did, then it wouldn't make sense. Because why did she lose it at SummerSlam in the first place? Why did you kill her in 27 seconds? This is why I don't like Becky Lynch. I hate Becky Lynch so much. Unfortunately, Seth Rollins won't have another world title reign, because the only thing he accomplished in the past year is marrying Becky Lynch and putting it. Ooh, don't get in trouble, Alice. Do not get in trouble. Do not get in trouble about YouTube. Do not get in trouble. Be careful. Be careful. But Ruby Rose is gonna retain against Bianca Belair, aka Becky Lynch. Okay, wow. You're gonna retain. Are you going to give us a legit match, or are you going to pull off the same ish you did at SummerSlam? Beat her in 27 seconds. And Becky, please give me a legit match, because you haven't taken a bump since you announced your pregnancy. And hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta take a little... Hold on. I'll be back, fellas. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Had to take a break. Main event of the show, Roman Reigns versus the Demon Finn Balor. The only gimmick match announced for this show, and this is for the Universal Championship. Now, Roman Reigns is supposed to face Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel. And congratulations, WWE, you just gave away the winner of the match, Roman Reigns. I knew Finn Balor wasn't going to be Roman Reigns. And you had to pull out the Demon. Why? Why did you pull out the Demon? Now Roman's going to run through the Demon. And congratulations, you just ruined the predictability of the match. Yeah. You just gave away the winner, Roman Reigns. Nobody should be taking that championship off of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns should have a Bruno Sammartino type run. Roman Reigns should not be losing that Universal Championship. He's going to run through Finn Balor. He's going to run through Brock Lesnar. He's going to run through Big E. He's going to run through Drew McIntyre. He's going to run through Shinsuke. I'm pretty sure he already did. He ran through this whole roster. He ran through everybody. Roman Reigns is not losing until he gets to The Rock. And he's going to run through The Rock. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a Goldberg versus Roman Reigns match. He's going to run through Goldberg. He ran through everybody. Roman Reigns is going to run through everybody. He ran through them. He ran through Kevin Owens. He ran through Braun Strowman. He ran through Bray Wyatt. He ran through Daniel Bryan. He ran through Edge. He ran through John Cena. He ran through Cesaro. He ran through who else? Jey Uso. And Jey Uso joined him. Roman Reigns basically just ran through the entire roster. He just ran through them. Nobody is taking that championship off of Roman Reigns until the day he retires. Roman Reigns is going to hold that championship until I'm 20, 30 years old. Guys, get ready. Because Roman Reigns will have that championship for years and years and years. He's going to hold that Universal Championship until I'm in my 20s or in my 30s. I'm in my final months as a teen right now. So yeah, teenager. But yeah, man, that's it, man. That's my Extreme Rules predictions. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Smackdown and Rampage Grand Slam. I'm out.